This is the real me. This all I got. This all I got. I can't go back. No, I can't hold back. This is the real me.
Welcome to the Good Vibes Only podcast with the great vibes on anywhere. So sit back and rewind them, take your mind for a little bit of time and enjoy. Today we're going to be talking about good work ethic. And the reason why we're talking about good work ethic because I feel like it's a good subject, and I feel like we all need to learn a little bit about work ethic, and also someone who I feel has a great work ethic, i.e., will be up at 3 o'clock in the morning and is still doing her college work, as I just learned. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, streaming for hours and singing for hours and still working on it for hours, in hours, in hours. No, don't judge, don't judge, don't judge. But it seems like, but to me, she does a lot, and she does a lot in a day. All right, a lot of people have told me that she does a lot a day with schoolwork, streaming, working on her singing and all this other stuff. So it's great to have someone with good work ethic. So with further ado, I present to y'all Jujii Bubbles.
Hi.
Yes. So whenever we come on this podcast, and I'm not sure if you watched the podcast before, but it's okay if you haven't. It's okay. Support this. No, I'm playing.
Wait, real quick, I just want to say, because I did watch one of your podcasts and you were talking about technology, and you said the reason why you like Apple phones is because you can delete the people out. Well, I have Google Pixels, which is Android. Okay, I just want to put this out here. We can take people out of our pictures too. So if that's the only thing keeping you with an Apple phone, come back on over to the dark side, okay?
No. You think I just you think I got rid of my Android? No. This is still my favorite phone. This is.
Okay.
I ain't never seen an Apple phone do this. All right. This is still my favorite phone.
Period.
Exactly. So I'm good. So I like how you just, you put me out there. That's okay. She put me on the spot. See, you ain't have to bring that up. You didn't have to. It's okay. So like I always do, I always like to introduce my guests, but I always like to let my guests introduce themselves as well, just in case, I insulted you and forgot, hey, she won a Grammy or something like that. So, so would you please, Jujii Bubbles, do us the honor of introducing yourself and what do you do?
Of course. Thank you so much for having me here. First of all,
No
it's an
problem.
honor, a pleasure. So I'm Jujii Bubbles. Nice to meet you guys. I am what you would call a jack of all trades. So
Yes.
I do so many things. I don't really excel at one high thing, but I'm really good at a lot of things. Okay. So I'm a streamer. I'm a content creator. I'm an influencer. I sing, but I'm not a singer. I do TikTok. I'm just an overall entertainer, is what I would say.
Yeah, I've had this on the I sing, but I'm not a singer thing. I've had this like I think I kind of the reason why I think I resonate with you so well, right? In your streams is that thought process that everyone goes, oh, you can sing, you should do this, you should do this. I'm like, no, no. I'm like, no, I'm good. I only made the only reason I'm gonna tell you guys the only reason why I have music out is because they made me release the music. That was it. That's the only reason why I have music out is because there's so many people that will come to there are so many people that will come to me and go, hey, you can sing, you should do this, you should do that. And I'm a dude that, like she just said, I like to try a lot of things. I'm good at a lot of I'm not particularly the best at one specific thing.
Yeah.
I do a lot of things, okay? There's a lot, okay? This podcast isn't just it. So that's actually a good segue. So my first question is when it comes to like you or your work ethic and being good at multiple things and actually trying to do a lot of things all at once. How? 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 Houseway? How?
Okay, so first of all, ADHD. Let's start there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
understandable.
cannot do a lot of things. Okay. But with that being said, um, ADHD is real. Like I have to be listening to music and doing all of these different things at once. So that makes me a really good multitasker,
Yes.
right? Um, because you can do a lot of things at once, people tend to think that you are really good while you're doing those things. Because I can't. It's just that I just can't focus. Okay. I just can't focus my energy in one area or one place. So I just have to be doing a lot of different things at once. And then, so I feel like that's also one thing that makes me a really good streamer
Yes.
because it allows me to be creative because I'm really creative too, right? So it allows me the creative space to jump from subject to subject because you have to continuously keep people engaged,
Yes.
right? You have to keep people engaged in when you're talking and which is whatever you're doing. So you have to go from subject to subject and be able to flow and stay interesting at the same time. So ADHD.
Yeah.
and then, and then just being able to stay yeah
In it, right?
yeah
So, my secret's a little different. A lot. Well, it's kind of the same thing. My secret's a little different to yours. Um, One is if I start something, I don't I have issues with finishing stuff. Not issues with like I can't finish anything. The issue is that I have to finish it. It's like the worst thing I think I've. It's the best worst thing in the world because it also boils down to sentences. I have to finish a sentence if I start a sentence. There's no stopping that sentence. You're looking at me like I get it. You're looking at me like I get it. I have to
I
finish.
understand. I'm not like that, but I get it. Like I understand, and I understand how that can be a problem, but I
Yeah.
also understand how it can be a good thing because, like, if you start a project,
Yes.
and you need to finish that project, like it's a good thing. I mean, take it for what it is.
Yes, I do. I do. It's also
Bad.
it's led me into some horrible things, and then let me tell you why I'm gonna say that this is really really bad, and I need to probably one day check myself or go to therapy. My competitive spirit, I have yet to see someone with the same competitive spirit. So you mix that
Competitive?
with the competitive spirit, it's a really really bad. You get it. You get it now. It's a really really bad mixture because I can't stop myself once I
It's not bad
realize.
that you know that about yourself, though.
Yeah, it's
It's
not.
good that you know that about yourself, but you can't stay there.
No, I can't.
You need to
I
go to therapy for that. Absolutely.
I can't. I will tell you. I'll tell y'all this. This is actually speaks on the worth ethic that I have as well. I have when people say that I'll run myself until I pass out or I'll go until I die. Let me tell you something. I have done one out of two of those things. I have gone till I passed out. I did a race back when I was in like high school, and I probably shouldn't have done it because I did like three 800-meter races the same day, and I was like really really tired because I don't know if y'all know what 800-meter races is, but 800-meter is you still have to sprint. You have to somewhat sprint, right? And it was like, hey, you look like you're good. And I never like to show that I'm tired. I always like to show that I'm good and go, even though I was like, it was like, hey, yeah, can you run? Do you think you can run the 1600? Hmm. All right, cool. So I ran the 1600, and I'm so competitive that I won't let anybody beat me. And I was in first the entire way through, And then I got to the point where I had actually won the race, the 1600-meter race. I had actually won the 1600-meter race. But then after that, don't know what happened. I just know I woke up and I'm on a bed. I'm on like an ambulance bed. You know the little thing. I woke up and I was perfectly fine. I was perfectly fine when I woke up, but it was like we still got to
Your
take you in.
body was just depleted.
Yeah, it was gone. It was
Yeah,
gone.
no, you can't do that. You can't. But you know what? That's the thing about it though, because yes, I do have a good work ethic in the way that like I will work myself to the bone as well, but the older that you get, you realize like what's really important. And it's
Yeah.
like when you're young like that, yes, you just go, 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 go. You know, but it's like I'm really learning that in rest, it's necessary. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? In rest, you get stuff done too, because sometimes when you're going, like you're working all the time, just consistently going, staying up all night, staying up all day, taking, drinking coffee to stay up and all of that stuff. And I do think that there is a time for that. Don't get me wrong. Like if you got to work, then work. You know what I'm saying? But especially if you're on like a deadline, you can rest after. But I do feel like if it's not like something that you have like a deadline for, or it's not something that has to just be done right now, the work is mediocre.
Yeah.
Like the work is like mediocre, and you work better by going slow and steady and then resting and then hopping back into it, because then you can come back to it with fresh eyes. I've done this like sometimes with schoolwork and stuff like that. You're staying up all night and you're, continuously looking at something, and you're continuously looking at the lectures, and you're highlighting stuff, and all of this stuff, right? And it's like sometimes I just have to put it down and say, you know what, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to go maybe take a nap, or I'm going to sleep for the night and just rest my mind, or just even maybe not even sleep. Maybe for me, I love sleep. So
Yeah, I'm gonna take that sleep. It don't matter what you think going on. It's gonna
I
get that
love
sleep.
but it's like, it could be just, for a guy, it might be, I'm gonna go play the game for a little bit. I'm gonna do whatever relaxes me. You know what I'm saying? It could be reading something else, or just going on TikTok, just going and doing something mindless,
Yeah.
and then coming back to it with a fresh mind, with fresh eyes, and then you realize, you know what, this actually isn't that hard, or I feel better, and I can work through this more easily.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's not all about having a good work ethic. Sometimes it's not all about running yourself till you die. And I feel like that's what America teaches us. America teaches us
You gotta go.
work, 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 work. And I know I'm still talking, but hold on,
No, you
because
good.
I have a really good story. There's this girl on TikTok. I follow her. She is, she's Miss New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about how she had this residency or internship or something like that in France, right? So she got an opportunity to get out of this country and see how other people do things, right? And so here in America, in the corporate, we're taught that you get the work done and you get it done fast. And as much work as we can get you to do in an hour or 6 hours, whatever, like just do.
Yeah.
No breaks, no nothing, just pounding the pavement, right?
Just go
And so
get it.
that was the mentality that she went into that with, right? And so she thought she was doing right. She would get in there and do the work fast and da. And she, would race to her manager and be like, here it is, here's my work, And they were like, you're done already? And she was like, yeah, I'm done already. Okay, what's the next task? And they would be like, okay. They would read over it and be like, this isn't well thought out.
Okay.
Like it's done.
Yes.
But it's not well thought out. There's no oomph in it. There's no heart in it. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between getting the job done and getting the job done well.
Yes.
And so then that's when she realized, oh, it's not about getting the job done quickly. It's about getting the job done in a timely manner and in a getting the job done. What am I trying to say?
In a
It's
better
about getting the
effect.
job done efficiently
Yes,
and in a way
with
that makes
quality.
sense. Yes, quality over quantity. Yes,
Yes.
exactly. And I think that a lot of times in America, like when it comes to like our work ethic, that's what we're taught. We're taught just to get it done and to
Yeah.
get it done fast, and not to. We're stuck in like doing a lot of professions that we don't really like.
Yeah.
So there's no heart in what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, America
We're not
ghetto.
taught go to school for what you love because what we love might not make us the most money.
Exactly.
You know, so yeah, that's my spiel.
Well, America,
That's my spiel.
America's ghetto. So no,
And is
it really is. This is how I will say that she is 100%. She is 100% correct. I got off deployment, right? And I went to places like Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Germany, all these other places, right? While I was on deployment. And when you go to these places, you're expecting like, all right, cool. This is going to be like low class and whatever, which it is. They live significantly worse than we do, but it's not that significantly worse. It's just a different living standard, right? The thing is that even with that living standard, or how they go about stuff, they're so methodical with everything, and they're so cultured with everything in other countries. It's not about making the money now. It's about, all right, how can I get the best quality so I can make the money and continue to make the money? Not, all right, I'm making the money. Now I have to now immediately follow that up. I now have to immediately follow that up with an equally brilliant idea, which might be the same thing I just did before. And that gets people tired, which is an issue. Which is the issue that I don't think we understand. Like we don't understand that as a youngin. Whenever I want to say youngin, but I was this is like 5 years ago. Anyway, it's like 7 years ago. Um, so when I was in like high school, I joined the robotics club. And this is actually going towards your point. I joined a robotics club, and we did like uh, an event in LA where we did a robotics competition, and then the best school would get $10,000 towards their robotics club, and we would just go out there do our inventions, and we do this right. We always end up in top three because we were just like basically what you just said. We would figure it out before we even got there, like months before we even got to the place. We would be working on this and know about this and everything. And then we were told, hey, we're going to go to Paris this year. All right, cool. We're going to go to Paris. We're going to do this. We got to Paris. And the judges in LA, as opposed to the judges in Paris, this was so weird because the judges in LA, they don't care about your sturdiness. They care about if you got it there. They don't care about precision. They don't care about anything. They care about points. How many points can you score? They don't care about how precise you are. Paris, their competition was, can you throw this ball in the center of this circle into this hole? And if you can, you're good. And you had to take a robotics arm and make it do that, and then do that. And the intricacies of that coding was so deep and so in depth that I'm sitting up here and I'm like, we're gonna lose. We gonna lose 'cause we had finished it. We had finished it like months before, and I'm sitting here like we gonna lose, and they're like, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm like, yeah, we gonna lose. So I think
I mean,
you understanding that you gotta slow down sometimes and understand that
yeah. Well, I
difference.
mean, quality matters. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the wellness, like my degrees and stuff like that is in wellness, right? So think about think about like with that how they mass produce food and how the food is done. You know what I'm saying? They do the cows dirty. They um do our food GMO. Like it's crazy how they do things just so that they can get it fast.
Yes.
And to us, they don't care if it's right. They don't care about the quality of it. They don't care that they're spraying us with pesticides, or they're spraying not spraying us, but we're eating it. They don't care that they're spraying the fruits and vegetables with pesticides and all of these things. They don't care, just as long as they get it done.
Yeah.
They don't care about the quality of the health and the people that they're servicing. And that's a problem to me. So I think that's why, like, I really, really, really want to, if we're talking about work ethic, talking about quality is just important. About what it's not just the fact that you need to do something, do it well, care
Yes.
about it. Like, I think we're kind of coming back around to that. I think what are we? Gen Z, Gen X.
I think I'm
I don't
Gen
know.
Z. I think I'm Gen Z. I don't know. I'm 25. I'll figure it out.
TikTok generation is.
Yes.
I think they're gonna bring us back around to that because they be calling a lot of stuff out. We get mad about them doing a lot of stuff, but I think they're really gonna make that part better.
Yes.
Because they really do care about the connection of, like, how your food is made and what you're eating and how it's affecting your body and stuff like that, which I love, and I can't wait to see the result of that as well.
Yes. I do love like this new information like generation, and not to go off subject, but I do love this new information generation because like I do get like some people like older generations, they get mad because of what we know, or we try to act smart. In my generation, we try to act smart or whatever. And my thing is, back then, if you needed advice, if you needed help, or if you needed like a word, or which way should I go? I had to go to grandma. I had to go to grandpa. I had to go to mama, daddy, whatever. That was my only outlets, or a friend or something. That was my only outlets. And then grandma and grandpa, that might be wrong. That might be wrong. Today, I can go, I can look up B. Simone. She might tell you something. B. Simone might tell you something. Kevin
Right.
Hart might tell you something. The Breakfast Club might tell you something. There's so many outlets where I can look at to influence me to get the truth, not just because I told you so. The truth. And that's the I think the issue I think what I like I like it, but at the same time I hate it. I like that we're getting far away from the mama's the only thing that's right in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think that a lot of people are calling out their parents
yes,
and their families for some of the stuff that happened, and some of the ways that they were taught, and we're realizing that, family might not be the only thing. And it's like, I really hope that we get back to picking up books,
yes,
and getting your own life experience with certain things,
or at
like
least an ebook.
at least the ebook, please, like something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that with work ethic, try to say that 10 times.
Yeah, yeah,
With work ethic, it's something that is underestimated as well,
yes.
because I find that one of the things that makes me successful is the fact that I don't mind doing the things that nobody else wants to do,
Oh my God,
right?
yes,
Like, I don't mind doing the things that nobody else wants, and that is a thing that I feel like has made me successful. Like I don't mind working the hours, as you've seen, that nobody else wants to work, right? I don't mind, like, because I don't mind waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and doing my stream. Because if everybody else is going to be streaming during the day, then I don't mind streaming at night, because that is going to filter more people to my live.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, I mean, not to say that there aren't many people, and no shade to anybody that might be watching this, but there are less interesting streamers at nighttime.
Yes.
So I know what I bring to the table, period. And I know that my stream is great, and I know that my stream is going to be good quality.
That shoulder shrug is something nasty. I'm just saying. That shoulder shrug is something nasty.
Listen, so I know that I'm gonna bring the energy. I know that I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, and everybody else gonna be laying in their bed, lights gonna be off, or they gonna be on audio or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna see somebody on video, and at 2:00 in the morning, like, hey, I'm bored. This person seems interesting. They're reading the comments. They're paying attention.
Yeah.
It's fun in here. Like, we're all talking. We're all laughing. So stuff like that. It's like doing the stuff that nobody else wants, and giving quality as well, because it's like, and that speaks to what we were just talking about, because it's like, okay, some people will be like, yeah, I'll stream at nighttime, but you're doing it, but you're not really putting your all into it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, people are on audio, or they just may be having some music playing in the ground, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's how you want to do your live stream, or that's how you want to do your business, that's you. Like, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but I'm saying there's a difference in what people are looking for, and what people are going to gift for,
yes,
and what people are going to support.
Exactly. So
yeah.
So with that being said, unfortunately, that was dope. Anyway, well, with that being said, that is the end of. Unfortunately, that's the end of the podcast. But as you always know, we like to lead the people with a word or some advice that which I feel like they have a lot of advice here. So you better. I'm gonna start charging y'all for this. This is cutting edge. This is cutting edge advice. This started to get exactly. This start to get juicy up in here. Anyway. So, Jujii. Anyway, is there any advice that you want to give to the people out there? It doesn't have to be on worth ethic. It could be if you want it to be. But is there any advice that you want to give to the people out here watching, or anything you want to say to the people?
Absolutely. First of all, come see me on Pacocha.
Yes.
Okay. Jujii Bubbles is the same name, 2 eyes. Also, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. You feel me? Jujii Bubbles, same thing. Go subscribe to me on TikTok. Same name. You feel me?
It will be in the link.
Also, feel free to go buy my Bubble Gang merch. You feel me? Bubble Gang. We got some cups out.
That will be in the link as well.
You can go to eBay and just type in Bubble Gang. You'll find it, and we have some different colors as well if you don't like pink. Also, if you are looking for an influencer, if you have a brand, any brands out there that are looking for an influencer, hit me up. I would love to see what you got and possibly work with you in the future. Or anybody who is into content creation, or anybody who, is also just looking for somebody to put in your videos or anything like that, would love to partner up with you and possibly work together. And just on this last note, my word of advice would be, talk is cheap. So if somebody is constantly telling you something and they're not following it up with actions, then go with the actions. Don't go with the words, because the actions are what actually matter. And that's how they actually feel about you.
That is good advice, and y'all all those links will be in the description, the link below. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for being here, and until next time, much love, peace, and soul food, baby. Bye.
This is the